Hi guys, my name is Mallory Paige, and today I'm gonna show you this box of like old ass books that my mom's boyfriend's dad had for some reason. Honestly, couldn't tell you why, at least not yet. So I've already looked through these a little bit, so I know they're interesting, that's why I'm making a video. Also, I don't have my ring light and I'm not going to grab it, so, well, I mean, like, I do, it's in my basement, but I'm not going down there to grab it, so, fuck you. Deal with this lighting. So, starting off with, we have a leather-bound copy of The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. And it looks in decently good shape. I mean, at least the cover is. And you open it, and the first thing it says is, Martin R. Fraher from Leva Rossman, 1902. So, this book is at least 100 years old. And I'm probably gonna read it. There are little parts where the binding could be better, but it's really only the beginning. But besides that, it's in pretty good condition for being old as shit. Next we have, okay, there's like 3 of these. They're called Stories by English Authors, and one has France on the side, one has Germany, etc., and one has Scotland. So this one's the France one. Like it says, this one's copyright 1896. Publishers note the stories in this volume are published by an arrangement of authors or representatives and all rights are reserved. And there is 5 stories. A Life of the Night by R.L. Stevenson. A Leaf of the Storm by Rita. A Terribly Strange by Collins. Michael Loria's Cross by Hesba Stretton. A Perilous Hour by Stanley J. Wiener. I just turned to a random page and the only thing I could see is a wormy old fox, he cried. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can, then suck it. I don't care that much. Then this one is Germany, etc. And I open it. Okay, this one's cool. It has one of those like pictures, like the old pictures. So it's like, and it says under the picture, Beatrice Harraden, from a photograph by Midgley Asquith. This one was published 1896, and the contents, or the stories in it, are a bird during Beatrice Harraden, Kusti as Rich Life, John Sturge Winter, A Dog of Flanders, Boy Again, Markheim by R.L. Stevenson, and Queen Tina's Wager Early Life. And then, moving on to Scotland. Okay, this one's Ian McLaren. From a photograph by Elliot and Fry. Copyright 1896. Contents, The Recording of Tinow's Bell by Jan Berry. The Heather Lincoln by S.R. Crockett, A Dr. Yolson by Ian McLaren, Wonder Boys Taylor, Sir Walter Scott, The Lynch Michigan Railway, Professor Ayton, and Ron Janet by R.L. Stevenson. That's all of the, like, stories by English authors. There's 3 of them. This one's called Our Tuss, Smaller Greek Grammar? What the hell? Murray's Students' Manuals for Advanced Scholars. If you guys want me to like post the pictures to all this so you can like look into it yourself, you can. Just tell me, I'll post it somewhere. I don't know where. This one says November 1808. This could be 200 years old. I'm not sure. That's wild. Next we have a book called Casper and His Friends. We open it up. Jesus Christ, this one has been hurt. This one's been through a lot. It's definitely had like water spilled on it. By the author of Hard Maple, Ellen Montgomery's Bookshelf. So probably the previous owner was named Ellen Montgomery. The order of volumes is Mr. Rutherford's Children, Sybil and Chrissa, Hard Maple, Carl, Krinken, and Casper. By Amy Lothrop. People were named Amy in the 1800s? I thought that was a more modern name. Robert Carter and Brothers, number 530 Broadway, 1868. So, entered according to Act of Congress in the year 1855. I am very miserable, said Casper. Which I guess, if this is in a library, maybe it's like people checking it out. That scared me. I was like, oh, it's gonna tell me that I'm gonna die tonight. This one is really fucked up. It doesn't have a cover or a back, so if I learn to bind books, I'll have to rebind this one. Elizabeth Phillips, December 25th, 1840. Preface, Jesus, this is long as shit. Okay, so it's called Christus in Cord, or the mystical union between Christ and believers, considered. Chapter 1. I'm definitely gonna Google these books. The only reason I Googled the post-it papers because I was like, I wonder what year, because I saw the year and I was like 1902, and I was like, I wonder what year this was published, and it was published in the 1830s, I guess. Because I was like, what if this is like one of the first like few copies ever made? Political thoughts from Spencer to today. I don't know if we want to read that one, my guy. Home University Library on the front. This one's in pretty good shape too. This is Barker. Home University Library. Political thought. Okay, this one has written inside Ellie M. Williamson, maybe? Jesus fucking Christ, I cannot process whatever they're trying to say. It's an address to a place in New York. Political thought in England from Herbert Spencer to the present day by Ernest Barker. New College, Oxford. Author of the political thought of Plato and Aristotle. Shit. This one has like... Whoever had this book at one point in time was very passionate about it. There's shit underlined everywhere. There's things written. They outlined this one thing and said good. What does it say? War may elicit patriotism, but till the field of peaceful patriotism and the conquest of nature for the service of man and the liberation of man's capacities has been utterly exhausted, there is no need of any resort to war. Okay. And they said good. They outlined this thing and just said war. The ethics of war. There's a thing called the ethics of war. And they right here. Explanation and natural right, maybe? Natural rights and resistance, so probably. In one of the pages, there's just these two yellow things. Jesus Christ, I can barely read it, because, you know, 1800s handwriting. To give more positive feeling to the state, Chapter 4, Herbert Spencer, a representative of the older Vice? Yeah, this is notes. Once I finish with this video, I'm gonna look into all these. This one's called Best American Plays by Third Series, edited by John Gassner. Third Series, 1945 to 1951. So this one's not that old, but I am gonna flip through it to see if there's anything interesting. I think it's mostly just a book of different plays. And then there's this one, which is really harmed. This one also, if I learn how to rebind books, it's on the list. So this book, The Life and Adventures of Robin Hood. If this is borrowed by a and then on the inside is a thing. If this is borrowed by a friend, what yet right welcome shall he be to read, to study, not to lend, but to return to me. Not that imparted knowledge doth diminish learning's store, but books I find if often lent return to me no more. There's this one, which also needs to be refined. It's huge as shit. It's old as shit too, probably. It's called The Great Rebellion, a history of the Civil War in the United States by J.T. Headley. 1866. It's the year it was published. Hey, there's a picture of Abe Lincoln. I might take this to school just to show my AP history teacher. Oh shit, it has that good book smell too. Hold on. Oh. That's some good book smell. I'm not gonna lie. Next we have The Courtship of Miles Standish, who apparently is some of these I checked out last night, like the Pickwick Papers. Some of these I'm just checking out for the first time. This one was the one that I looked at last night. Apparently, I think Miles Standish was a pilgrim, if I'm right. And there's a picture in here. The Courtship of Miles Standish by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, with illustrations by Howard Chandler Christie. Copyright 1858. 3 more books to go, guys. We have The Princess. This one actually, this looks really pretty. Property of Kate B. Conover, Coldwater, Michigan, number 30. Princess and Maud by Alfred Lord Tennyson, poet laureate, with illustrations by Louis Menil. Copyright 1893. And this one is called Holmes Poems. Henry Altemus Company Poems, Oliver Wendell Holmes, Philadelphia. I mean, obviously, I'm sure most of them are typewriters because it was made in the 1800s or early 1900s as well. But damn, I can really feel it on this one. Like, I touched the letters and it feels like it was imprinted, you know? Okay, and our last one is the Pulitzer Prize Plays, 1918 to 1934. Edited by Catherine Coe and William H. Cordell. Anything interesting? No. So, that was my deep dive, if you can call it a deep dive, into, or at least this is the brink of the iceberg for the books that, for some reason, I think my mom's boyfriend's dad had. I'll look into it. I genuinely don't remember. Yeah, the ones I'm most interested in are the Fort University Library, Political Thought from Spencer to Today. Whoever wrote in this, wrote a lot. So I'm probably just gonna read it just to see their thoughts, because that's something else, you know? And then obviously History of the Civil War, which might be actually, I don't know, I'll have to look into it, but this could be worth some money maybe, if I'm lucky. But I'm definitely gonna rebind it anyway. And the Pickwick Papers. So yeah, those are the 3 that I'm really interested in, that I'm really gonna do a lot of research into. I accidentally set a book on my charger, and so my whole thing went flying. Okay. Anyways. Oh, also, this is a book called Shelley. I took this one out because I found the cover, because the cover is fucking detached. But don't worry about that. This is Shelley. It's by Percy Blythe Shelley, selected and edited by Henry Newbolt. And I'm gonna guess this is a, like, oh no, it's a book. It's a play. Originally I thought it was like a biography or something, but looking through, it's a play. I definitely, honestly, I will be making like updates the more I find out. I'm definitely, even if they are worth some money, I'm definitely going to keep these two and probably the Civil War thing. Unless someone offers me like $100,000, then I probably won't keep it, but that's not the point. That is all. Thank you for coming. I'll update you if anything else happens. Bye!